Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The Sheikh Abu Talib al-Mubarak ibn Ali ibn Muhammad ibn Khudair al-Surayfi informed us by my recital upon him and said, Abu Talib Abdul Qadir ibn Muhammad ibn Abdul Qadir ibn Muhammad ibn Yusuf informed us and said, Abu Ishaq Ibrahim ibn Umar ibn Ahmad al-Barkami informed us and said, Ibn Battah informed us, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. My Lord, ease in and give support, and all praise is due to you. The Sheikh, the Imam Abu Abdullah, Ubaidullah, ibn Muhammad ibn Hamdan ibn Battah al-Ukbari, rahimahullah, said, all praise is due to Allah, who lavishly bestowed His blessings upon us and made His favors upon us apparent. And He made the most noble of them in value and the greatest of them in status, that He guided us to the knowledge of Him and acknowledging His rububiyyah, and He made us followers of the true religion and adherents of the millah of truthfulness. So all praise is due to Him. We praise and extol Him due to what He caused for us, that He guided us to Islam, He taught it to us, and gave us success in following the Sunnah, and He inspired it to us and taught us what we did not know. The favor of Allah upon us is ever so great. May the peace and abundant blessing of Allah be upon Muhammad, His approved prophet and His chosen messenger, whom He sent to establish the Hujjah, argument, evidence, establish His oneness, and to invite towards Him with wisdom and good preaching. And all praise is due to Allah for the apparent laws of Islam, the pure sunan, and excellent manners. We ask Allah for success in speaking the truth and performing good deeds, and we ask Him to let whatever we perform of this to be in search for His face, while preferring His pleasure and love, in order for our efforts to be appreciated by Him and our reward with Him plentiful. Thereafter, I verily ask Allah to bestow a success upon us and you that opens the door of truthfulness for us and you, and by it to the decree for us and you the protection against stumbling mistakes and erroneous opinions. Verily, He is merciful and loving. He does whatever He wants. Verily, when I saw what became spread among the people, what they publicly showed and what triumphed over them, so they consider it as something good from the heinous desires, evil opinions, distortion of their sunnah, and changing their religion, until this became the reason for their disunity and the opening of the door of affliction and blindness upon their hearts, the breaking up of their unity, the separation of their jama'ah. So they threw the book behind their backs, and they took the ignorant and misguiding people as lords in their affairs, after what had already reached them of knowledge from their Lord. They used the dispute, i.e. as an argument, in what they claim, and they cut off the testimonies against it with assumptions, and they used false speech as argument for what they claim. They followed in their religion people whom they do not know. In truth, there is no clear evidence for in the book, nor an argument with them for it in the ijma', consensus regarding it. By Allah, much of what the shayateen throw upon the mouth of their atheist brothers of misguided statements and beautified words, of the newly invented innovation with made up words, is something that is ambiguous for the mind and afflictions that tremble in the chest. So no person will rise to confront it, nor does any foot stand firm due to its trembling, except the one whom Allah protected by the knowledge and aided by making him firm and patient. I verily gathered in this book a part of what we have heard and some of what we have conveyed from the leaders of the religion and the heads of the Muslims, from what they conveyed to us from the messenger of the Lord of all the worlds, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, among that which is specific for those who followed him of believers and what he commanded of, adhering to his sunnah, traversing his path, adhering to his guidance, and taking him as an example. And before that, I placed the warning against deviation and being afraid from falling in misguidance, and what Allah Azza wa Jal commanded His Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam of adhering to the Jama'ah and staying away from the people of deviation, disunity, and abhorrent beliefs. And what is obligatory upon the people of Sunnah of avoiding and staying away from the one who opposes their beliefs, breaches their agreements with them, criticizes their religion, and intends to see disunity in the Jama'ah. Then after that, the explanation of the Sunnah from the Ijma' of the leaders, the agreement of the Ummah, and the conformity of the people of the Millah, religion. So I gathered from this that in which there is no space for the Muslims to be ignorant, and Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala will not excuse the one who fails in it, nor will He look at the one who opposes it and criticizes it. Who is among those whose argument was refuted when he mocked the religion, and his foot slipped when he slandered the leaders of the Muslims, and he became blind to the guidance when he opposes the Sunnah of Al-Mustafa Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and the righteous and guided people. And may the peace of Allah be upon His Prophet and his family, the pure and good, his chosen companions, his wives, the mothers of the believers, those who followed in goodness, and those who followed the followers among the early and later generations. Until the day of judgment, we seek support from Allah. After that, in this book of mine, O my brother, may Allah grant you success in accepting and following it. I verily narrated some narrations where I left out the chains of narration, seeking summarization and abstaining from prolongment and abundance, in order for it to be easy for the one reading it and for the one listening to it and memorizing it not to become bored. Allah is the responsible for our success and the one grabbing hold of our hands, and He is sufficient for us and the best disposer of affairs.